Please make welcome Connie Rowe, who is carrying the bill in the House for us.
Gosh, let me tell you what's tough is to speak after Senator Reed, because he covers it all, he says it all, but I'm going to do the best I can do. I too want to welcome you to Jasper. This is my home, and the people here are very, very flattered that your organization chooses for the second year to hold your statewide meeting here in our city. I think this is a great facility. I think you've got a great setup. It's awfully organized. I didn't mean it's organized in an awful way. It's awfully well organized, I should have said.
You get that on tape. You get that on tape.
Hey, no, wait. I do want to talk to you about a specific bill. Back in the fall, Chuck, who was a friend of mine, Chuck Wright, he and I sat down and talked about a host of issues. And, you know, we have constitutional carry, which is the biggest issue that we face in the state in supporting our Second Amendment rights. But there are also some other issues out there that need to be addressed. We looked at a list of those that had been compiled by your membership and specifically looked at one that deals with if you have had a pistol permit denied or if you have had one that has been revoked and you go through the district court process. What kind of time period exists between the district court's decision that it be re-awarded to you or awarded to you initially and the time that is issued from a sheriff's department? Alleged that that is a problem in the state. So let me kind of read you the synopsis of this bill real quick. Existing law sets no time frame for a sheriff to issue or reinstate a person's pistol permit after his or her successful appeal or denial of a revocation. This bill would require a sheriff to issue or reinstate the appellate's pistol permit within 3 days after receipt of a district court order in favor of an individual whose pistol permit was denied or revoked. So, I've had several media outlets contact me and want to talk about this bill and why this bill. And what I've told them is that apparently in the state of Alabama, there are some individuals who, after a district court has awarded them a good decision in having a pistol permit either not issued or revoked, to be reinstated and having that enforced by their sheriff. So what Chuck and I discussed this morning and what I've given a lot of thought to is this. I need your help. If you or someone you know within the state of Alabama has experienced a delay between the time of a district court decision to issue or reinstate a permit and the period of time after that decision was made that it took for the person to receive their permit, if that was an unreasonable period of time, I need to know about it. I need to know about it so I can talk about it in Montgomery so we can get this bill passed. If you want to give me a district court number, that'd be great. But you don't have to. If you want to give me a name and a county and a sheriff's name, that would be great. But if all you can give me, even if it's something vague, if it's a person in Walker County, and we don't have a case like this in Walker County that Chuck or I either one are aware of, but let's use it as an example. If a district court judge in Walker County issued a favorable opinion for a person who has not been able to get or has had a pistol permit revoked, and then it took the sheriff of Walker County, again, this is just an example, it hasn't happened, a long period of time in order for them to issue that, then I need to know that. The county is really important. I'd love to have the person's name. So if we get into a situation in Montgomery where we have a public hearing on this bill, that there's some people I could call upon that could witness or testify to the fact that they have been a victim of a circumstance like this. So some of you can't tell from there. Jim Ziegler thinks I'm winking at him. My left eye was swollen shut this morning when I woke up. And I'm going to be leaving here shortly to see if I can find a Saturday ophthalmologist. But if you can't get that to me before I leave here, I'm going to try and wait and see our Lieutenant Governor, who I'm really excited about making yet another trip to Jasper and another trip to visit specifically with this group. Give that to Chuck today before you leave here. And even if it's something that you have to do later, and email to Chuck or mail it to him, and then he can get those to me before March 5th. This bill has already been pre-filed. It's House Bill 17, and that's from memory, but I think that's correct. Go online and take a look at it. I certainly hope that I'm going to have your support, and I would love to have your help, again, if you have any examples. I want to thank you for the opportunity to come and talk to you. You know, there are a lot of people that look at the people who served in Montgomery, and it's that they're all politicians, that they're all in it for this reason or for that reason. But I can tell you that my personal experience is that the majority of people in Montgomery are people. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. Most of you know my background came from law enforcement. But I'm in Montgomery for my district. And let me tell you how my district feels. First of all, let me tell you what my district is. I have the most populated portions of Walker County, and I have a very small portion of Blount County. If you were looking at the map, if you carved out a little area over in the Smoke Rise area of Blount County, I have that part of Blount County over to the Walker County line. It's pretty unpopulated. There's not a lot of people there, but they're my people. And I can tell you how my people feel in my district. I intend to poll it at some level prior to a vote this year, but I know that my people support constitutional carry. Let me tell you how I vote in Montgomery. I vote how my people tell me to vote in the majority. I represent a lot of folks, and they don't always agree, but I am convinced, overwhelmingly, that the people in my district want to see constitutional carry in the state of Alabama. And I want you to know, as I sit as a member of the Public Safety and Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, that if we can get it to the committee, that I intend to vote that through to the floor. Thank you a lot for your support.